Hello! Welcome to another video. I am going to show you how to hunt with a partner in Dimona. Dimona is a really nice hunting spot with or without a partner, but here we go. So the guy I'm playing with is a knight. So excuse me, drinking some beer today. So this guy is like you could see right there. As soon as the warlocks appear in doubles, we just stand still until they start running. We just stand still so that we can hit them with AoE damage. Because that way we do double damage, basically. So I'm having some issues here because I suck at the game, it seems. But the idea is to try and keep them together so that you can hit them with explosion runes. This doesn't always end up happening like just now. Sometimes it's harder than other times, and sometimes you can just kill them like really quickly because they don't move around too much and and don't go invis and shit like that. But here we have a single warlock, so he's just gonna chase on the single warlock. And we're gonna meet a couple in a moment. And also he gave me some ultimate healing runes so that I can use it on him after the combat, so that if he's yellow or lower I can heal him full. Instead of he having to use two, I can use it once and it's gonna heal the same as if he would use two. So just a way to save some supplies, to let your mage or paladin heal you with the runes. Here we have two faggots. These guys are this place, this spawn right here, this room is the worst. These fuckers are just so gay. They never want to do what they're supposed to do. And of course when I say that, they group up very nicely. So maybe I should start saying that and see how we just killed two of them so fucking fast. Well, we have been here for a while together. Well, not for a while I guess, but a few times already. So we kind of feel each other out and start to complement each other, and we know what we can do, kind of. I know what he can do, he knows what I can do, and it makes it quicker that way. So when we hunt in a pair, me or another knight end up having about 630 per hour in terms of experience, and more profit for sure because I'm using explosion rather than sudden death. So there's a really good thing to do, honestly, even if it's like 200k lower than with SD's solo. I like to do this too, not only because of like efficiency, or I think it's fun to play together, so I don't mind sacrificing some wow, I almost got wrecked, sacrificing some numbers for a better time in the game, I'm not too much chasing, you know, some high score or whatever, so I guess he wants to kill those. But we usually go, after a few laps, we need to go to the quest room and kill the quest room, because the spawn is gonna be cleared. And it looks like it might happen pretty much after this warlock here. I'm gonna bet that the main room, the entrance, is gonna be not spawned yet, so that's when we know it's time to go to the quest room. I'm just gonna tell him because we're doing a fucking video right now, so let's see. I'm like 99% sure they didn't spawn yet, because we just killed them like 1 minute ago. So let's go quest room. And in the quest room, it's very bad for the mage unless you stand here. And the knight stands also along this line. And where I throw the coins is where we have the warlocks, if we stand here. So first it's gonna be like a total mess, because there's 1,000 dragons in that room. And we got one warlock, but there's 2 more, so we'll see what happens, kinda. But the general idea is to try and pull the monsters, well, the warlocks anyway, so that the warlocks are standing here, because then they will stand still and you can just slay them. Here comes one warlock and the dragon, it seems. Let's see if he can. He's chasing him. Let's see. I don't like dragon. I think they're fucking annoying. Anyway, we didn't have 2 warlocks now together, so we need to be flexible with the way we do this. So now probably just come in and help him with the dragons and the last warlock. Because there's 3 warlocks. The last one is alive still somewhere. The fucking enemies, obviously, because he's a motherfucker like that. Oh, it's a special monster. This guy can drop some pretty good runes. I don't know what the best drop could be from this guy apart from regular warlock loot, but he will drop sudden death runes if you're lucky. There you go, 1 backpack. 4 fucking sudden death. That's the worst I've seen in forever. But either way, the Peter banished guy, he can drop pretty decent amount of runes. And he is telling me we could leave the dragons on red HP. It's a pretty good idea, I think. You could also do that, I suppose. You could leave the dragons on red HP and they will just stand in the corner of the room, and then you have only warlocks the next time around. So that's something I would recommend. Not my idea, but it makes total sense. Here we are back in the main room. The main room is a very nice spawn. They're standing right next to each other when they spawn, so they are easy to gather up together. Well, they can gather together. By the cherry, a wonderful loot. These 2 also is pretty much gonna gather automatically because they're like spawning right next to each other. But the first ones are really nice. The ones to the right are literally standing on top of each other. So, like you can see now, you're not always gonna have them be like hit by explodes to like both of them, you know. It's not always gonna happen, but you can at least, you know, try. And if they decide to move in a weird way, then it is what it is, you know. The thing is though, like, the Warlocks can deal a lot of damage. And it's not like other monsters where the beam is like the most deadly thing ever. The beam is like, I really don't know the numbers, but the beam is not that amazing in terms of damage. The worst damage comes from the shots. They just shooting you with like HMM or some shit. And sometimes they just go ape shit with that fucking HMM spam. And that kinda kills you if you're unlucky. Like, the beam doesn't really kill you, but it can be so that you noticed earlier in the video I was at red HP because I was like, I don't need to heal, you know. And then it came a fucking spam and a beam, and I was almost dead. You know, so it can definitely be dangerous, you know, to not heal when you're below 500. You should heal if you're below 500. It goes the same if you're solo or not. But yeah, I'm like 3 beers deep, and I was at red HP. It just happens, you know. But I'll tell you what, I haven't died on Warlocks ever. I've been close a few times. Well, sorta close. They can hit like 150 or something with their HMM, and I've been at 150 a couple of times, but I wasn't really in danger. Like, I was behind a wall. I was just like, I already knew I was running at like 350 behind the wall, and then they got the last shot in, and then I was already behind the wall, hiding anyway, and then I healed. Like, stuff like that. But I haven't really been like super close to death more than once. I think that I was actually just lucky I didn't die, kinda. I think they are like, they're not that dangerous. Like, they are dangerous, everything is relative, but they're not super dangerous anyway. 500 HP, you gotta heal if you want to stay alive forever. If you want to risk it, I mean, I guess you could go and heal when you're like 400 or whatever, but I don't really see any reason for it. So that's why I'm using intense healing runes and Exura Gran. I use the intense healing runes if I like either don't have mana, or because they drain mana, you know, and either I don't have mana, or if I need to heal a little bit more than Exura Gran, because the IH will heal more than Exura Gran on this server. I'm not sure if it's the same on every 7.4 server, but that's definitely the case on this server. Healing at least like 100 HP more with intense healing rune compared to the intense healing, you know, instant spell. Oh my gosh, where did he go? There he is. So I think that's about it. I mean, we're just killing Warlocks. Not really that much to say. And I healed my friend using the runes that he gave me for that purpose. And we're too quick again, so we might go in the quest room I think I don't know if I need to write that. I think he kind of understands that, because it's only one now. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're not gonna go to the quest room because he needs to BRB and something like that with his kids maybe or something, I don't know, but anyway, that's all I need to explain, I guess. I mean, there's not really much more to it that I didn't already mention in the solo guide where I hunted solo here. Hunting with a knight here is slower but much safer and better profit, since you can use explosion rather than sudden death. And sure, you can hunt with explosion solo, but to do that you need a ridiculous magic level, because, you know, like I said, you need to heal at 500 HP to stay safe, and it only takes 2 at normal, you know, of their like normal HMM attacks, and then you have to heal, and that can happen every turn, which means you can't attack every turn, which means you get slow experience gain. But the thing that when you're using sudden death, I need to shoot 4 of them and like 2 burst arrows on a good day, and that's a dead warlock. And what happens is you shoot 3 and the first guy starts running. So like I shoot maybe once, maybe twice, heal, shoot again, the guy is already running away. I kill the guy with full HP, or well, I get him too low at least, and then I try to kill him. Whatever is easier to kill, I kill that thing first. So that means like when there's only one shooting you, you don't need to heal as much, which means you kill them faster, which means you gain your experience faster, right? I mean, it's just like that. It's Tibia. You can't do everything at once. You can either heal or you can shoot, you know. And then you get exhausted and you need to wait. So I think it's pretty chill to play with the knight here, and I don't know what fucking experts we're now 5-10, but we just started like, and I was AFK, so I think it's a bit fucked. Like, it's probably not 5-10. Usually it's around 600, 630, something like that, when we hunt here for a little bit longer period. When I started the video, I was just AFK for like 10 minutes or 5 minutes maybe. But yeah, anyway, about 630. And with only explosion runes, and it lasts a long time, I think. Burst arrows, obviously. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good day.